It's very touching. Jill and Fred, thank you for your touching comments. I am extremely honored to be given this Oliver R. Grace Award and to follow in the footsteps of so many distinguished recipients. My appreciation to the Board of Trustees for this great honor. Fred, congratulations to you as well for all the prizes and awards you've won this year for your most important breakthrough discoveries. The recognition and honors you have received are very well deserved, and we are all very proud of you. My own particular interest in immunology started in the mid-70s, when as a very young woman, I was asked to help with a party to benefit the Irvington House, which I thought was a house for runaways or orphans. Instead, I found out it was a prestigious organization that was supporting basic research in immunology. In the mid-70s, immunology was not at all understood, and it was definitely unpronounceable. When I expressed an interest about learning more about the subject of immunology, I was told that I should meet Dr. Ed Franklin. He was the principal investigator at the Irvington House Laboratory at New York University Medical Center. Dr. Franklin was so gracious and explained the broad strokes of immunology and the great importance of basic research. Since that meeting, I have spent much of my time raising awareness of the subject and the funds to support the research. I joined the board of the Irvington in 1978, and in 1983, I was elected president of the board and served for 8 years, and then became chairman of the board, serving for the next 11. The board then decided that it should change their name from the Irvington House to the Irvington Institute for Immunologic Research, as that would better explain its mission, and it wouldn't be as confusing to other people as it was to me. In 1984, the Irvington Institute was supporting 2 laboratories, one at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and one at the Rockefeller University. It was at exactly this time that the government started to cut back on its funding of postdoctoral fellowships. So it occurred to me that perhaps we at the Irvington should be spending more of our money to fill that void and support these young scientists and start our own postdoctoral fellowship program. The board was all in favor. However, before proceeding, I felt it was very important for me to consult with my guru, Dr. Joshua Lederberg, who was then the president of the Rockefeller University, an immunologist and a Nobel laureate. What better person to consult with? When I told Dr. Lederberg what the board was planning, he was very enthusiastic. He said it was vital to keep and support young scientists in their research. He also told me that his Nobel Prize was awarded for work he did when he was the age of most postdocs. He said young people have fertile, creative minds, and they think out of the box, and that had to be captured. He assured me that one day we would have a Nobel laureate and that we would see our fellows in important positions throughout the United States and abroad. And he said they will also make very important discoveries. As Dr. David Baltimore said at that time, we need to make the life of young scientists more secure so they can concentrate on science rather than on the federal budget. A few weeks later, at a luncheon with Dr. Lederberg and a few others, the subject of longevity came up. And we asked him, how long should humans be expected to live? Oh, he said, 120. Wow, how could we achieve that? What could we do? Oh, he said, today we know 3 things that will help get us there. Number 1, eat less. Number 2, daily consistent exercise. And number 3, daily sex. With that, one of the fellows present said, "Well, I got 2 out of 3. In 1984, we started the postdoctoral fellowship program with just 4 fellows. However, we had an outstanding scientific advisory board who read and rated the applications to choose the best and the brightest from wherever they came. 2 of the original members of that scientific advisory board are here this evening, Dr. Dan Littman and Dr. Fred Alt. To date, combined with the CRI, we have awarded more than 1,300 fellowships. Dr. Lederberg was right. We have a Nobel Prize winner, and our fellows are doing important work in different hospitals and research centers around the United States and abroad. For example, tonight, Nina Bardwaj, who earlier received the Fred Alt Award, was a Irvington Fellow. She was one of the first. She graduated in the class of 1987 and did her work at the Rockefeller University. It is rewarding for me to see Nina honored and to know that she was one of the first to have been supported by our program. Dr. Lederberg was also correct in saying that we would see our fellows make very important discoveries, and we have. You will see a listing of some of their work in the book you were given tonight. Please do read it. To all the fellows and scientists present, I wish to tell you that you are my heroes. You are all committed and dedicated to making the discoveries and breakthroughs that are benefiting us all. I would like to ask the fellows, the Scientific Advisory Board, and all the other scientists present to please stand so we can show you how much we admire and appreciate you. Would you please stand? Bravo. Bravo. Thank you. I am fortunate to have come to know some of the world's most important scientists, and I am able to call them my friends. How wonderful that is for me, for I would never have had the privilege of meeting these people if not for what I do. In 2007, the Irvington merged with the Cancer Research Institute in a seamless, perfect union. I am very proud to serve on this board with such dedicated, hardworking, thoughtful, generous fellow board members. The CRI also has one of the greatest CEOs of all time, Dr. Jill O'Donnell Tormey, and she in turn has a great team working with her. The formidable Lynn Harmer, Alfred Macedas, Brian Brewer, Adam Colum, and Jasmine Wright. They are all true professionals and a great pleasure to work with. I owe an enormous debt of gratitude to my spectacular friends for their amazing support over all these many years. They do not, to the best of my knowledge, cross the street when they see me coming, but rather they are all interested in the work of the organization, and they're all exceedingly generous. I thank each and every one of you. I would also like to thank a few people who are here with us this evening and who have greatly honored me by the efforts they have made to be here. First, of course, my thanks to Governor Cuomo and to Controller Tom DiNapoli. Tom? To Dr. Peretz Lavie, the president of the Technion in Israel, and his wife, Dr. Lena Lavie, who flew from Israel just to be here tonight. I am so touched by this. And thank you also to Dr. Peter Whaling and his wife, Krista, who have come to join us from Dusseldorf, Germany. Dr. Whaling is the famous doctor who makes everyone's joints work again. And also my dear friend, Ken and Elaine Langone. Ken celebrated a milestone birthday yesterday with his family in California. And instead of relaxing as he should have, they instead jumped on a plane just so they could be here and support me tonight. Thank you very much. Also, my great appreciation and special thanks to the ambassador from Israel to the United Nations, Ron Prosser. I know he's going back to Israel soon, and we are really going to miss you. Thank you, Ron. And to my wonderful brother Jeff and sister-in-law Annie for coming from California. Thank you. Also vital in helping me do what I do are my dearest children. Thank you, Harlan, Alexandra, Sophie, Nick, Jay, and Jane, for being my cheerleaders and for your support and love. My very special thank you to my daughter Perry and her husband Eric Ruttenberg. Perry has served as a member of the Irvington Institute Board of Trustees for many years and has helped me enormously as a co-chair of the kitchen party. And thank you so much for agreeing to be Mistress of Ceremonies tonight. That is just so special for me. Thank you. I love you all. Finally, my husband, John. John is the wind beneath my wings. He lifts me up and moves me forward. He never tires of listening to me on the phone or reviewing my letters and just being my best advisor and friend. I love you and can never thank you enough. I couldn't possibly do this without you. The importance of an evening such as this cannot be underestimated. While the federal government funds much of the research costs, it is the private philanthropy that builds the buildings and supports the careers of many of the scientists. Tonight, we have brought together our young scientists, our established scientists, and the many individuals who make it all possible. This evening highlights the partnerships that make our country so special. In closing, I would like you all to know that this award you have given me will not end up on a shelf in the storage closet, but rather it will sit on my desk as a constant reminder of the honor you have bestowed upon me this evening. It will also remind me of how far science has come in the 40 years since I entered Dr. Franklin's lab. It will also remind me of just how much is still to be done. Let's see if Dr. Lederberg was right. Let's see if we're going to live to 120. And if so, I look forward to seeing you many times in the future, but hopefully before I'm 120. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you.